Hey everyone, and welcome to a special kind of Where's Waldo? But here's the twist. We're not searching for that guy in the striped shirt. Nope. Today, we're on the hunt for a very specific Arabic letter, hidden inside one single, incredible passage. So let's just dive right in.
So, your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to become a full-on letter detective. And your target, it's got a pretty wild code name, the Gargling Gargoyle. Why that name? Well, the sound it makes is kind of like, gargling salt water or some Listerine. But we're not going to worry about the sound today. We are all about the shape. Let's get ready for the hunt.
All right, so just who is this gargoyle? We are on the hunt for the Arabic letter Gain, and our search is taking place inside one very specific verse of the Quran. And trust me, this is not just any old verse, which makes our mission that much cooler.
Our search grid for today is the very last verse of Surah Al-Fat. Now, here's what's so amazing about this verse. It's one of the shortest places in the entire Quran where you can find every single letter of the Arabic alphabet. How cool is that? It makes it the absolute perfect training ground for what we're about to do.
Okay, like any good detective, you can't just run into the field blind, right? You've got to study your target's profile. You need to know what you're looking for, all its different disguises, and of course, its key identifying features. So, let's get you trained up on how to spot our gargoyle. All right, here is the absolute key, the one thing you really need to remember. If you've been following along with us, you probably remember our buddy Arnold, which is our nickname for the letter Ain. Well, our target today, the gargoyle, is just Arnold with one tiny change, a single dot right on top. That's it. You remember that, and I promise you, you're already halfway there. Now, our gargoyle is a master of disguise. Its shape changes depending on where it is in a word. At the very beginning, it's kind of like a C shape with a line coming off it. In the middle or at the end, it squishes into this little triangle shape. And when it's all by itself, it's a full C shape with a tail. But notice the one thing that never, ever changes, the one constant? It's that single dot on top. No matter the disguise, always be on the lookout for that dot.
All right, training's over. It's time for the real deal. We're about to scan the verse and find every single gargling gargoyle we can. You ready? Let the hunt begin.
Okay, let's check out the first part of the verse. Just take a second and look really closely. Do you see anything that looks like our target profile? We're looking for that C shape or that triangle with the dot on top. Looks like the coast is clear on this line. Nothing to see here. Let's keep going. But hold on. Every good mission has a twist, doesn't it? You have to be super careful because there's an imposter lurking in the text, and it looks almost exactly like our target. This is where your training really gets put to the test. Whoa, hold on a sec. Look at this letter right here. The shape looks really familiar, doesn't it? It's almost a perfect match for our gargoyle, but look closer. What's the one absolutely crucial feature that's missing? And there you have it, the showdown. On the left, you've got Arnold, the letter Ain, that's our imposter. On the right, our target, the gargoyle, Gain. And the only difference between them, the dot. No dot, not our guy. It is as simple as that. Okay, now that we know what to watch out for, let's get back to the hunt. We're scanning, and aha! There it is, our first target spotted. See it right there, smack in the middle of the word? That perfect little triangle shape with the dot on top? That's our gargoyle. Awesome, one down. Let's move on to the next part of the verse. You know the strategy, scan for the shapes, but your eye should really be hunting for that single dot on top. Just be careful not to get fooled by those imposters. Take a look. Do you see our next target hiding in there somewhere? And boom, there's number 2. Fantastic work. You see it again? Tucked right into the middle of a word, connecting on both sides. But that dot on top, it's a dead giveaway every single time. 2 down. Let's keep going. Okay, moving on to the next line. Stay sharp now. You might see other letters you recognize, like that zoom letter Z. But remember, we are on a mission for gargoyles and gargoyles only. Can you find number 3? And there it is, gargoyle number 3, just hiding in plain sight. You know, once you train your eye to look for it, they really start to just pop off the page, don't they? That was some great spotting. All right, one last scan through this final section. Is there another one hiding somewhere in there? Let's see. Yes, right there. Got it. That's our 4th and final gargoyle. Mission complete. Excellent work, team. And with that, the hunt is officially over. All targets have been identified, so now it's time for the mission debrief, where we go over what we found and what we learned today. Let's check out the final tally. So how'd we do? We got them all.
we successfully located a grand total of 4 gargoyles, the letter gain, hiding out in that verse. I'd call that a very successful mission. Awesome job!
So, let's boil it all down. The key takeaway here is super simple. The gargoyle gain is just our old friend Arnold, the letter ein, but with a dot on top. Yeah, its shape changes around a little bit, but the ultimate identifier, the thing you always look for, is that single dot.
Now, I'm going to borrow a line straight from our source material here. Those are all the gargling gargoyles I could find. But hey, I'm only human. If you were scanning along with us and you spotted one that I completely missed, you have to let us know down in the comments.
And with that, mission accomplished. You are now a certified gargoyle hunter. So the big question is, which one of these sneaky, elusive letters should we track down in our next Where's Waldo Explainer? Let me know what you think. Until next time.